G'day guys, Dean here. It's one thing to have the right reel, the right rod, and the right lures. But if you can't keep them buttoned together when it really counts, you ever heard of that saying, all the gear, no idea? Well, to prevent you from being that person, I'm going to show you the quickest way to tie 2 knots. One, from your braid to your leader. Secondly, from your leader to your lure. So the first knot you need to tie to attach your leader to your braid is the FG knot. Ideally, if you've had an FG knot on there before, or whatever knot you did have on there before in the past to connect your braid to your leader, leave that on your line. The main reason for this is I like to use this to keep my main line tight. So position your rod somewhere, either sit on it, stand on it, put it in a rod holder, somewhere where it is fixed. Then you would simply apply tension to your line, lock it off in your teeth. Taking the tag end of your leader, you simply go over and under your main braid line, which creates those loops. Over, under, roughly 21 to 22 loops is fine, or under overs. Pinch all 3, so you have your main braid, your tag end braid, and your leader pinched off nice. Now with your tag from your braid, wrap it around both the tag from your leader and your main line. Now that's locked off to do whatever you want to do. What I like to do is grab both ends of the leader and just pull it straight to ensure I don't have any kinks underneath those wraps at all. Now we're going to lock that off. Simply 4 half hitches around both your braid and your leader. And probably the most important thing you will do now is to tension that knot. I like to use a tensioning tool just because I tie so many FGs. This is my barra tackle, so it's very important that this knot is pulled tight. Depending on the breaking strain of your braid, you're almost trying to break your knot just then as a test when you're tensioning it. You'll notice that your braid on that knot changes colour, almost goes clear as it's really biting into that leader. Now you can take some super sharp scissors and cut that off flush. That's nice and flush now. Again, with tension on your main line, half hitch just around your main braid and pull it back really tight against that cut off piece of leader. Over and under, you want them to be opposite. Same deal, 4 times. To close the deal off, I like to go over there twice rather than just once and pull it down nice and snug and then lock it off. Now you can cut that off as close as you want to that knot. There you have it. Super smooth, very strong FG knot, very quick to tie. Now the strongest and easiest knot to attach your lure. Cut off the length of leader that you want to use. So the knot I'm tying from my leader to my lure is called a uni knot. So simply pass your leader through your split ring or solid ring. Now push it back and make a loop backwards. I'll show you that again. So push it backwards so you create a loop like that. Now with your left hand, whichever hand you want, but pinch all 3 in the same time. So you got your main, you got one party loop and second party loop. Then you simply pass the tag end through that loop 3 times, wet it, pull it tight, and that's it. Simple, strong uni knot. Cut your tag end off as close as you want. You don't need to cut it off super close. One of my buddies told me once, if you didn't see this other 30 meters of line before you lure, that 5mm tag end's not going to matter. There you go. 2 of the strongest knots I know how to tie, the uni knot and the FG, and the quickest way to tie them. So that'll prevent you being that one guy with all the gear and no idea.